We'll get it started. Om Shri Shailabhijanamburashasanam Sri Krishna Tatatmajam Sri Shailanvaya Devanath Sudhya Praptagaman Tadvayam Padabje Narsimhatate Guru Nyastatma Raksha Bharam Vidyat Brinda Chakora Chandinamaham Ramanujaryam Shraye Sriranga Madhu Samaswadayantam Sriranga Mahishi Padapankajatmajam Sulabhashrayam Sada Moda Siddhamadbhutam Bhajeham Gurum Tam Ranganatha Priyam Sukhasanastham Hridayabjapithe Chinmudraya Lankata Pani Padmam Shubhopavitam Vimalodhvapundram Namami Rangam Gurum Antarange Namami Yoga Samrajñim Vijayam Vijayapradam Srirangardhasanasinaam Karunamamataram Gururupa Paranjyotihi Jyotirupa Guru Paraha Ajnana Mandiram Hyetate Kuru Vijnana Mandiram Mukhaṁ Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yontah Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prasuttam Sanjeevayatyakila Shaktidhara Swadhamna अन्यांश हस्तचरण श्रवणत्वगादीने प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदः प्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षाद् रामायणात्मना. With salutations to our Guru and the Guru of all Gurus, we will commence our session today. In the last session, we were in the very interesting chapter which is Vishwasotpadanam, isn't it? 35th Sargam. It is the onus of Sri Hanuman to give rise to that No, I think we were in the 34th slokam, 34th Sargam, which is Ravana Shanka Nivaranam. Right.
Yes.
Yes. And within that, probably
29th.
the 9th slokam, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a commencement of the dialogue between Sita Mata and Hanuman, where we see that it is going step by step towards understanding each other, isn't it? And eventually resulting in extreme trust. So initially we saw that Hanuman gives a cryptic message, summarizing in some sense Srimad Ramayana and telling who he is. That gives rise to a little bit of hope, but it is combined with fear. So we would like to see now that the fear slowly has to disappear. And in that context, this particular sargam is a bridging thing between extreme trust and fear. And Hanuman starts to speak just when Sita Mata's hypothesis, she has various hypotheses. Am I dreaming? Is this reality? Is this hallucination? Is it my Vata Vikaram? Right? And she is kind of murmuring that. And at that point of time, Hanuman starts to interject. Ityevam bahuda Sita sampradharya balabalam rakshasam kamarupatvat menetam rakshasadipam. She thought that this is indeed Ravana, not somebody else. Etam buddhim tada kritva Sita sa tanumadhyama. Sitayas chintitam buddhva Hanuman Marutatmajaha. This is the important thing to note, that she is probably thinking of all of this in her mind. And Hanuman is able to figure out what she is thinking in her mind. That's why we say that Hanuman is somebody who can understand what is there in our mind. When we go and pray to him, right, many times, of course, we have to pray, we have to ask. But it is not for his sake, but our sake. ஒரு ஞானிகளோ ஒரு மகாத்மாவோ இருந்தான்னாக்கா, if there is a ஞானி or a mahatma who we are visiting, and if they are really a true Brahmajnani, right, then the moment you appear before them, they will know your entire history, right, going back to several janmas, and they know what you have come there for, what is it that you are requesting. There is no need for us to ask, but still we have to ask, because that is for our own prakriti to become a Shuddha Prakriti. Okay, when we speak our words, right, and when we speak from our hearts, our own Prakriti gets purified, and we will start respecting the other individual, other person as a Mahatma. So in that context here, we see that Hanuman was able to understand what's going on in Sita Mata's mind. Hitayas chintitam buddhva. What did he say? Srotranukulai vachanaihi tadatam sampraharshayen. He started to speak words which are pleasing to the ear. That's very important. Srotranukulaihi vachanaihi. And he starts to sing praises about Lord Ramachandra once again. The thing is, he knows what to speak. He could have simply started saying, I am here to help you, don't worry. I am not Ravana. He doesn't say that. That ego or ahankaram is not at all there here. Hanuman once again starts with Lord Ramachandra's praises only. Aditya iva tejasvi lokakanta sashiyatha. Lord Ramachandra is somebody who has the tejas of Aditya, and at the same time he is as cool as the moon. This is probably where we stopped in the last class, isn't it? Raja sarvasya lokasya devo vaishravano yatha vikramenopapanascha yatha vishnur mahayashaha satyavadi madhuravak devo vachaspati yatha rupavan subhaga shrimane kandarpaiva murtimane. The great trait of a jnani, right? We have all heard of many different ways or paths that lead us to the Lord, right? Foremost among them is the fact that we should forget the state that we are in and think of the Lord. So there are two ways to do that. We can keep saying, forget the current status. It is not what it is. Don't think about this. Is one way to give motivation. The other way is to say, think of the higher one. Think of Lord Rama, right? So Lord Hanuman is taking the second approach here. He starts off with the great gunas of Lord Ramachandra. He is Raja of all the lokas. He is as rich as Vaishravana, that is Kubera, isn't it? And Vikramena Upapannascha Yatha Vishnur Mahayashaha. In Parakramam, he is as good as Lord Mahavishnu. And he also has lot of fame, Mahayashaha. Satyavadi Madhuravak Devo Vachaspati. So he's, in terms of speaking, Lord Hanuman is like Vachaspati, the Lord of speech. And he is a Satyavadi, Madhuravak. Not only that, he is also Rupavan, Subhagaha, Sriman. He is somebody who is endowed with beautiful Swarupam, isn't it? If you were to look at him, just like Lord Krishna is attractive, Lord Rama is also equally attractive. That's what we see in the latest consecration that has happened in Ayodhya. Many times when we look at Lord Ramachandra's Murti, we get a sense of respect. Okay. Our dharmathik adipadipa, our IPs, he's like a great person. We have to bow to him. But this particular Murti we have induces love towards him, that pure love, because of his rupam. The moment you look at his rupam, you fall in love with him. You don't get that feeling of respect immediately. He is also a Subhagaha, endowed with all divine qualities like Ishwaratvam, etc. He is Sriman. He is Kandarpaiva Murtiman. The moment you look at him, he is like Kandarpa or Lord Madana in form. Sthanakrodha praharta cha sreshto loke maharatah bahuchhayam avashtabdo yasya loko mahatmanah अपकर्ष्याश्रमपदात् मृगरूपेण राघवं शून्ये येन पनीतासि तस्य द्रक्ष्यसि यत्फलम्. Lord Ramachandra is a sthanakrodha, meaning he is somebody who we don't expect him to show his anger at all, isn't it? That is his usual trait. But we should know that he is also a Dharma Murti, and Dharma demands that you show anger where it is required. That is what is called sthana krodha. You should not shy away from showing anger. Sadhu Mirandal காது கொள்ளாதுன்னு சொல்லும் இல்லையா தமிழ்ல. அந்த மாதிரி he is somebody who can show that anger to the right person. அது வந்து he in fact shows it at various points in Srimad Ramayana, isn't it? One of those is, for example, of course, his younger brother Lakshmana, at some points he shows that he is a Shantamurti. At many points he shows that he is somebody who is prone to anger, isn't it? Lakshmana gets angry very, very quickly. For example, the moment he sees Bharata approaching, Lakshmana gets that doubt that he is coming here to fight with you. Right? How dare he come with so many people? He doesn't probably bat an eyelid. Same thing happens when Sugriva doesn't show up as promised. Lakshmana goes to the highest anger that is possible. So on and so forth. However, Lord Ramachandra also displays anger during the when he tries to cross the ocean, and he shows his anger towards Samudra Raja, isn't it? Show me your way or I am going to use this astram. Similarly, he shows his anger in the very final moment in the Yuddha Kandam with Ravana. So he is able to show his krodham at the right point of time. That is called sthana krodha. He is a praharta. Praharta is one who is capable of punishing others. Sreshto loke maharataha. He is somebody who can command several chariots. Okay. Bahuchhayam avashtabdhaha. Yasya loko mahatmanaha. This is an important statement again, indicating the Ishwaratvam of Lord Ramachandra. All the lokas, they take shelter under his shoulders. That's what it means. Therefore, he is a great Mahatma. The Mahatma padame, it should be rarely used. Okay, those who are endowed with all divine qualities only should be called as Mahatma. But today it has become extremely diluted. But at least the word, sometimes will try to inspire us. So one who is capable of giving solace to the entire universe or all worlds is called Bahuchhayam Avashtabdha. Apakarshya Asrama Padat Mrigarupena Ragavam Shunye Yena Apanitasi Tasya Drakshasi Yatphalam. So you were abducted by Ravana when Maricha came in the form of a deer, right? But you are going to see very soon that this Ravana is going to enter into a Shunyatvam very soon. Okay, don't worry about it. Nachiradravanam sankhye yo vadishyati viryavan rosha pramuktairishubhihi jwaladbhiriva pavakaihi tenaham preshito dutaha. त्वत्सकाशमिहागतः त्वद्वियोगेन दुःखार्तः Satvam Kaushalam Abravite. So you will see that Narchirat very soon Ravana is going to be Sankhyeyo Vadishyati Viryavan. Ramachandra is going to vanquish him very, very soon. So don't, he is trying to give confidence to her now. So Hanuman first sings praises about Rama's gunas. Then he narrates the exact event that she was abducted. Right? That would have caused her a little bit of fear again. She is already in a state of sorrow and fear. The moment you remind her of the same tyranny that she went through, she will become once again shaken. So to remove that fear, Hanuman once again says, don't worry, Rama will come and vanquish Ravana. And in such a manner that Rosha Pramuktaihi Ishubhihi, his arrows, will have such fierce force that they will spit fire, right? Pavakaihi Jwaladviriva. And that is how Ravana will be killed. Don't worry. And Tena Aham Preshito Duta. I am the Duta sent by such a person. And I have come here close to you. Iha Agataha. Now on Hanuman starts to say that this is the status. I am not Ravana. And he tries to convey some more messages now. Tadviyogena dukkhartaha Satvam Kaushalam. That same Ramachandra who sent me here, he is indeed suffering from separation, okay, from yourself. He is quite sad and he has conveyed his kushalam to you. Satvam Kaushalam Abravit. Lakshmanascha Mahatejaha Sumitranandavardhanaha Abhivadya Mahabahu Satvam Kaushalam Abravit. Ramasya cha Sakha Devi Sugrivo Nama Vanaraha Raja Vanara Mukhyanam Satvam Kaushalam Abravit. So Hanuman is opening his email now, attachment with all the PDF files, one after the other. So he's saying first Rama conveyed his kushalam to you. Now it is the turn of Lakshmanascha Mahatejaha, the great Lakshmana, who is Sumitranandavardhanaha, right? Kaushalyanandavardhana, Sumitranandavardhana, one who, the moment Sumitra looks at him, Sumitra becomes extremely happy. All mothers will become happy when they see their children, isn't it? And that Anandam multiplies many folds because of the divine qualities. These are Bhagavat Purushas, Bhagavan's own Amsham, isn't it? It is not just Anandam, Anandam to the power of Anandam, Anandavardhanaha. Abhivadya Mahabahu Sattvam. So look at this. Ramachandra simply conveys his kushalam. Lakshmana Abhivadam Pannit, he's asking you kushalam. Okay, he asked me to convey his namaskarams to you. Likewise, Ramasya Saka Sugriva is Lord Rama's friend and he is a monkey king. And Raja Vanara Mukhyanam Satvam, Sugriva also conveyed his kushalam. Nityam Smarati Te Ramaha Sasugriva Salakshmanaha Dishtya Jiva Sivaidehi Rakshasi Vashamagata Nachirad Rakshase Ramam Lakshmanancha Mahabalam Madhye Vanara Kotinam Sugrivam Chamitaujasam. Nityam Smarati Te Ramaha. Ramaha, he has forgotten Pranava Mantra. He is now thinking only of Sita. He is saying Sita, 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 right? Nityam Smaratite Ramaha Sa Sugrivaha Sa Lakshmanaha. Including Sugriva and Lakshmana, they are also thinking of you. And it is quite fortunate. Dishtya Jivasi Videhi Rakshasi, you are still alive. I am quite happy. And we are all quite lucky that you are still alive. You are the person who everybody on the other side is thinking about. What will happen? Oh, it is not just this monkey. It is not just my husband, but the entire retinue of Rama and his people, they are all thinking about me. Or hope will increase now in Sita Mata. And he is also saying Rama will come along with Lakshmana and the Vanara Kotis. with all their power and courage, they are going to kill Ravana very soon. Don't worry. Aham Sugriva Sachivo Hanuman Namavanaraha Pravishto Nagarim Lankam Langayitva Mahodadhim Kirtva Mudhri Padanyasam Ravanasya Duratmanah Tvam Drashtum Upayatoham Samashritya Parakramam Nahamasmi Tatha Devi Yatha Mam Avagachasi Vishankatyajata Mesha Shraddhatsva Vadato Mama. So now Hanuman is showing his Aadhaar card. Aham Sugriva Sachivaha Hanuman Nama Vanaraha. My name is Hanuman. I am Sugriva's main minister, Sachivaha. And how did I enter Lanka? I have crossed over the ocean, Mahodadhi, and I have entered this Mahanagari called Lanka. And he says, Kritva Murdhini Padanyasam Ravanasya Duratmanaha. I have gone through various palaces in Lanka. Not only that, I have placed my foot on Ravana's head. அப்படின்னு சொல்றாருங்க. Very interesting. Okay. This shows there are two things here. If you rewind and see, where is it that he has really kept his foot on Ravana அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, probably you will not get a direct reference. One way to think is he is trying to boost her confidence. Okay, I am such and such a Parakrama Purusha that I was able to land my foot on Ravana's head. அப்படின்னு ஒரு அர்த்தம். The other thing is, it's quite possible that he was taking the short form, isn't it? He is somebody who can become a Dirgha or a Hrasva Purusha. So when he becomes in the short form, it's quite possible that he would have actually claimed the Mukutam of Ravana. Okay. அது அப்படியும் இருக்கலாம். எப்படின்னாலும் வச்சுக்கோங்க. He is trying to boost the confidence of Sita. And Tvam Drashtum Upayatoham Samashritya Parakrama. I have come here having crossed all, see how sweating I am. No, I have gone through all of this just to come and take a look at you. And don't think that I am Ravana. Naham asmi tatha Devi yatamam avagachasi. Delete that file. You have a virus file in your computer. It says that I am Ravana. Right? I am the cyber security expert. I have come here to delete that file from you. Vishanka Tyajatamesha Shraddhatsva Vadato Mama. Okay, there is one popular line in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and the Samshayatma Vinashyati. The Lord himself says, right? Doubting Thomases will all get destroyed at some point. That's a different context. We have gone through that in detail. So Vishanka, you have a doubt in the wrong place and in the wrong person. என்ன போய் இப்படி சொல்லிட்டே அப்படின்னு ஹனுமான் ஒரு மாதிரி யோசிக்கிறார். Start trusting me. Shraddhatsva Vadato Mama Ityashe Srimad Ramayana Valmiki Adhikavye Chaturvimshajastikayam Samhitayam Sundarakande Ravana Shanka Nivaranam Nama Chatustimsha Sargaha. So it's an interesting 34th Sarga in transition. Where Hanuman once again is displaying his extraordinary abilities to understand the other individual and speak the right words at the right time with the right intonation, with the right spirit. And the goal of this sargam is to basically build that trust. Right? Sita Mata is holding the branch of Ashoka tree and she starts to move away. So that would have stopped now. Okay, in fact, she doesn't. Orakanala or Sevikirada Patrika. Right? The moment Hanuman did a Sashtanga Namaskar, right? She tries to figure out if this is Ravana or somebody. So that would have slowly started to go away now. Okay. Now let's get into the 35th Sargam, Vishwasotpadanam. Tam tu Rama Katham Shutva Vaidehi Vanarashabhate Uvacha Vachanam Saumyam Idam Maduraya Gira Kate Ramena Samsargah Katham Janasi Lakshmanam Vanaranam Naranam Cha Kathamasit Samagamaha. So Sita Mata is now emboldened to ask further now. Okay. So you have narrated who is Rama. You have told me that you are his Duta and so on and so forth. But now See, she is also speaking Saumyamidam Madhuraya Gira. இப்போ என்ன மாதிரி கடப்புடான்னு சொல்லலை. She perhaps spoke in a really மதுரமான வாக்கியம், சௌமியமான வாக்கியம். That those words which if you hear, you will get into a state of peace and happiness is called Saumya Vak. And Madhuraya Gira, what did she say? Kate Ramena Samsargaha Katam Janasi Lakshmanam. How did you get to meet Lord Rama and how do you know Lakshmana? Please narrate that to me. And also Vanaranam Naranancha Katamasit Samagama. How did this great confluence happen or great congress happen? Okay, nothing political about it. Between the Vanaras and Naras, both the, yes, Srilata.
இல்ல இதுல உவாச்ச வச்சனம் சாந்த்வமிதம்னு என்னோட புக்ல போட்டிருக்கு.
Uvacha Vachanam Santvamidam.
சாந்த்வமிதம் மதுராய கிரா.
I don't think it is Santvam because Santvam means you are trying to convince somebody else or console them, which is not the context here.
Okay.
I hope it is not Sai's question. I'm just kidding. Okay. So the thing is, she wants to understand. Please, others also, please feel free. I don't want this to be a monologue. I'm pretty sure the more the words that come out from here, the more the questions will come, and I'm happy to handle the questions or manhandle the questions as the case may be. Okay, please feel free to stop and ask for clarification. So the thing is, how did the two get to meet with each other? That is the question she's asking, because it's a genuine question. Sita Mata doesn't know that these two people have met. Nara and Vanara. Vanara in Sanskrit means it can be a Nara or not. That is why Va abdingiradhu. Va means either or. Okay, Nara means human being. So this species of things is either a human being or not. அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக அதுக்கு வானரம் அப்படின்னு பேரு. So it has many attributes which are quite popular among human beings. Right? They look and feel like they smell, they are mammals and so on and so all there are many doctors here, so I don't want to blurt out. So there are so many attributes that are common between. இப்போ நம்மளே நம்மளை வானரம்னு சொல்லிக்கலாம், அந்த மாதிரி தான் ஆயிருக்கும் இப்போ. Isn't it? We have all become monkeys in some sense. We have forgotten that we are human beings. So how did these two Sita Mata has not seen this at all and she is not aware of this. So she is genuinely asking this question. Yani Ramasya lingani Lakshmanasya cha vanara tani bhuya samachakshva namam shokas samavishete kidrisham tasya samsthanam rupam Ramasya kidrisham kathamur katham bahu Lakshmanasya cha shamshame. So she is quite interested in understanding the divine lingas or identities, right, of Lakshmana and Rama. And Tani Bhuya Samachakshva, tell me in great detail. You say that you are very close to Rama and Lakshmana. So she is trying to verify now. There is an aspect of getting into the detail. The devil is in the details. The divinity is in the details now. She is asking, trying to extract the reality of the scene here. That's a beauty here. And enlist all of that so that namam shoka samavishete, so that all my shoka disappears. This is the beauty. Sita Mata herself is giving us the medicine for Kali Yugam. What is it? Think of the Divya Lakshanam. That alone is enough. How do they look? How do they resemble? Any state to say that slokam? Go on. There's a small slokam here. Let us listen to it now.
Abhujantashree-chakrakundaladharam Kutilakuntalam shishum Mandasmitaruchikaradharaputam Purnimekshanvitam mukham Sharasyordhvagatim मुद्रया विदिशन् सव्येन प्रणवं धनुम् मध्ये सुस्थितमुग्धश्यामलमहम् श्रीरामं भजे मोहनम्.
Thank you, Hiranmi. This is a small pushpam from our end to Lord Sri Balaramachandra, who has been recently consecrated in Ayodhya. Last week, during one of the afternoons, by Purva Acharya's Anugraham, I just started to think of the form of the Lord of Ayodhya as he is now. And there could be doshams in this slokam, but bhavagrahi janardana. So this is a slokam that if you were to look at what is mentioned there, probably will take us close to the Lord Ramachandra. So what we thought we could describe here is some kind of a dhyana shlokam. If you were to look at the murti, we should be able to get to that murti by that description. So with that in mind, and with Acharya's Anugraham, we had composed this small shlokam, which is Abhujanta Sri Chakra Kundaladharam. So if somebody were to share the murti of Balarama in Ayodhya, let me just do that for you.
Balaji has shared.
Balaji has shared, I have pinned.
Okay, yes, pinned it. Very good. So if you look at this murti, the kundalam, it's a long kundalam. It stretches all the way up to his bhujam. So the very first word we put is Abhujanta Sri Chakra Kundaladharam. The kundalam is in the form of chakram. So we added the word Sri because it resembles a wealthy person wearing it like a Raja. Okay, Sri Chakra Kundaladharam. The next attribute we can see is Kutila Kuntalam Sishum. If you were to remove his kiritam, you will see the curly hairs, Kutila Kuntalam, and he is a Sishu. So that's the first line. Abhujanta Sri Chakra Kundaladharam, Kutila Kuntalam, Sishum. Then we move to the face. Mandasmita Ruchikaradharaputam. If you were to look at his face, I mean the lips, they are showing a kind of mystic smile there. Okay, Mandasmitam. And it is Ruchikara Adharaputam. Yeah, if you were to look at his lips, you feel like kissing those lips. That's a Balarama, isn't it? Ruchikara Adharaputam. Purni Maikshanvitam Mukham. If you were to look at his eyes, they are completely open, fully open. So this is a Yoga Drishti. In Yoga Shastram, it is called Purnima Drishti. There are two types of Drishti. One is Ama Drishti and Purnima Drishti. Ama Drishti is when the eyes are closed, which is what we normally see in all the yogis, or even in murtis, divine murtis. In many temples, you will see the eyes are closed. But here, it is open. So that's a very particular state in Yoga Anubhavam. It's a blessing for all of us. That is why he has opened it. He is facing towards his creation. He is not in a laya sthiti, but he wants to face his creation at the same time bless them. So that is why he has opened his divine eyes. Purni Maikshanvitam Mukham. His eyes have completely opened. That is how his face is glowing. The third line is Sharasya Urdhvagatim Mudraya Vidishan. If you look at his right hand, it is holding an arrow which is called Sharaha. And that Sharaha is in the upward facing direction. So normally you may see it in horizontal direction or some other direction, but here it is upward facing. And that is also shown by his mudra. Sharasya Urdhvagatim Mudraya Vidishanne. The mudra that he is showing is called Atma Mudra or Chin Mudra. And what is that Sharam? It is not just an ordinary bow. So you can think of it in many different ways. So you can think of this as a Vishnu Murti. So on the right hand is Chakram here, the Ayudham, and left hand is Shankam. Or you can think of the Sharam as our Jivatma. Okay, Pranavo hi dhanuhu, Sharohyatma, Brahmatan laksham uchyate, Apramathena vethavyam, Sharavate tanmayo bhavet, as the Upanishads say. The Jivatma is like the Sharam, and the Pranavam is the Dhanus. And you have to leave it in such a manner that it will go and fall at the holy feet of the Lord and become one with it. Right? Apramathena vettayam sharavate tanmayo bhavet. So the sharam is the Jivatma's gati, and Jivatma resides in our body. It can go in many different directions, isn't it? It has a sancharam in our body. So for example, when we hit you in your hand or somebody pinches you, the Jivatma goes to that spot where you are experiencing pain. Okay, provided you are not distracted. Somebody is scolding you on the phone, and then anybody pinches you, you will not even feel it, isn't it? But in the normal circumstance, you will be able to feel the pain. So Jivatma also goes through different parts of our body. But the best gati for the Jivatma is called as the Urdhva gati. That happens when we are in a state of yogam. And that is what is the Lord, shown by the mudra here. The Chin Mudra shows the unity between Jivatma and Paramatma. So these two are joined together, and his mudra is shown in upward direction also. Okay. So Sharasyordhvagatim Mudraya Vidishanne Savyena Pranavam Dhanum. In his left hand, the Lord is holding the bow. Is it called the bow? It's called the Dhanus, which is in the form of a Pranavam or Omkara Surupam. Savyena is the left hand. He is holding the Pranavam. And look at where he is holding. He is not holding here or here. The left arm is quite up here. And that is actually Narayana. It is in line with this chakram here. Right? So that from here onwards, the Jivatma has to go towards the Urdhvagati. So that is the third line. Savyena Pranavam Dhanum. Madhye Susthita Mukta Shyamalamaham. So this Lord is now on a pedestal there. It's a Peetham. That is where he is standing. So if you look at his pose, it is quite attractive. You know, if you were to look without all the Abharanam, you will see that it is such a straight Murti. Okay. Madhye Susthita Mugdha Shyamalamaham. He is dark in color, Shyamala. As well as he is a Mugdha. He is quite a Sishu, a Bala, who is quite happy and who attracts you to him. He is a Mugdha Shyamalamaham. Sri Ramam Bhaje Mohanam. I bow down and I celebrate. I pass on all my love to this Sri Ramachandra, who is a Mohana. So we offer this divine flower to the holy feet of Lord Ramachandra. Okay. Sorry for the distraction. We moved away from what is intended here. So this is
இன்னொரு வாட்டி இதை ரெசைட் பண்ணலாமா ப்ளீஸ்? கான்டெக்ஸ்டோட கேட்கலாம் ப்ளீஸ்.
okay. Go on here.
You can do a share screen. Balaji has shared the picture. If you want, you can. I am not able to do a screen share of the picture. It's there in the chat. If you click on it, you will get the view, and then you can do a share screen for the picture to be shown.
For the picture, you can go on. Yeah. What we'll now do is maybe we can repeat after Hiranmai. So you can tell one line. Yeah.
आभुजान्तश्रीचक्रकुण्डलधरम्
आभुजान्तश्रीचक्रकुण्डलधरम्
कुटिलकुन्तलं शिशुम्
कुटिलकुन्तलं शिशुम्
मन्दस्मितरुचिकराधरपुटम्
मन्दस्मितरुचिकराधरपुटम्
पूर्णिमेक्ष्यान्वितं मुखम्
पूर्णिमैक्ष्यान्वितं मुखम्
शरस्योर्ध्वगतिं मुद्रया विधिशन्
शरस्योर्ध्वगतिं मुद्रया विदिशन्
सव्येन प्रणवं धनुम्
सव्येन प्रणवं धनुम्
मध्ये सुस्थितमुग्धश्यामलमहम्
मध्ये सुस्थितमुग्धश्यामलमहम्
श्रीरामं भजे मोहनम्
श्रीरामं भजे मोहनम्. So in other words, so I pause here if there is anybody wants to say anything. So we'll share this later on after this session. Ideally, this can be sung in a particular ragam. So the thing is, the shokam will disappear. Namam shokaha samavishete yani ramasya lingani lakshmanasya cha vanara. The moment we think of the divine form of the Lord, our shokam has to disappear, and it will disappear. That's the beauty of Srimad Ramayana. Kidrisham tasya कीदृशं तस्य संस्थानं रूपं रामस्य कीदृशं कथमूरु कथं बाहु लक्ष्मणस्य च संशमे एवमुक्तस्तु वैदेह्या हनुमान् पवनात्मजः ततो रामं यथा तत्त्वम् आख्यातुम् उपचक्रमे. What is his samsthanam? Yes, Balaji.
Anna, I just want to share a little thing I again observed now. While Sita is in a bit of a sorrow, you kind of presented this Balarama sloka, and you also continued by saying the sorrows will disappear. So I found that a very nice, correlation.
Yes, thank you. So be it. I think that's the whole point of the Bhagavan's avataram. Although he came many, many centuries ago, the moment somebody is able to bring him to life through a murti, and there is a pratishtha for that murti, and jnanis whose sankalpam is embedded in it over centuries, not just for the moment, that will indeed give us great happiness. Thank you. Thanks for relating that.
அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இப்போ ஹிரண்மணி சொன்னது அண்ட் அந்த மந்தஹாசம் அதே இப்போ தோணின்னு இருக்கு. ஸோ நமக்கும் ஒரு ஸ்மைல் வருது அண்ட் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒரு சந்தோஷம் இன்னும் விவரிக்க முடியாதது. தேங்க்யூ.
தேங்க்யூ. ஸோ சம்ஸ்தானம் பாருங்க, அந்த வேர்டு இங்கே வருது. ஈதிருஷம் தஸ் சம்ஸ்தானம் மத்தியே சுஸ்திதன்னு சொன்னோம் இல்லையா? அந்த ஸ்தானம் ராமர் எப்படி இருக்கார், வாட் இஸ் ஹிஸ் கரண்ட் ரூபம், கரண்ட் ஸ்தானம், கதம் ஊரு கதம் பாஹு லக்ஷ்மணஸ்ய ச சம்சமே. அவருடைய how are his thighs and how are his bahu or shoulders. Sita Mata is not only asking about Rama but also Lakshmana. Okay. If there is any doubt with anybody, I can clarify that. Why is she asking about Lakshmana's thighs and shoulders? அப்படின்னு ஒரு question வரும் இல்லையா? We know that Lakshmana did not even lift his face here. When Rama asks him, do you know what jewels was she wearing? She says, I have never seen beyond her metti, okay, her holy feet. Such was the respect Lakshmana had. And what is Sita Mata asking here? அப்படின்னு ஒரு கொஸ்டின் வந்ததுன்னா அதை டப்புன்னு ஒரு அடி போடுங்க. ஷீ இஸ் தி இன் ரியாலிட்டி ஷீ இஸ் தி மதினி ஆர் பிரதர்ஸ் வைஃப். At the same time, she is Jagan Mata. So when she looks at Lakshmana, she gets all kinds of vatsalyam. Lakshmana has sacrificed everything as he has accompanied Rama and Sita. She has taken, in fact, Rama himself instructs Sita Mata, and she is, by her nature, she is Vatsalya Purushi. So she is like a mother to Lakshmana. Okay, Lakshmana does not have his mother Sumitra there. It is Sita who is Sumitra. So with that affection, she wants Hanuman to also figure out and tell her what is his divine form of Lakshmana. So never get this doubt in your mind. Okay, why is a lady asking about a man's form? I mean, these are all things which normally others, you may not question, others may not answer also. It is, they may think that this is beyond Shastra. Hey, don't ask such question. Don't. But unless we bring it out and, Jayanti, Mami, you want to say something?
ஆல்சோ அவ வந்து சீதா பிராட்டி வந்து லக்ஷ்மணா அந்த ரேகா வரைஞ்சிட்டு டிரா பண்ணிட்டு இதை தாண்டாதீங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம பண்ணிட்டோமேன்னு அதுல கூட கேட்டிருக்கலாம். அவருக்கு மனசு உடைஞ்சிருக்கும், அதனால நம்ம விட்டுட்டு போயிட்டு இப்படி ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னு தாண்டிட்டோமே அத.
In fact, she uses all kinds of Parusha Vachanam. She scolds Lakshmana quite a lot. You are still standing in spite of me telling, go and help Rama. You are still standing. All kinds of words she uses. You are right. She may be having that also as the last parting shot. So she is asking about him, his form. Eva muktastu Vaidehya Hanuman Pavanatmajaha. So having heard all of this from Sita Mata, what did he say? Tato Ramam Yatha Tattvam Akhyatam Upachakrame. So he tries to narrate the Swarupam of Lord Ramachandra. Mukhyamanadu Yatha Tattvam. Tattvam Naka, that which is the truth, which is Satyam, is called Tattvam. Right? Tattvam, Ramachandra Prabhu is a Tatvik Purusha. Right? His divine form cannot be narrated in different words by different people meaning different things. Okay? So it has only one and only one connotation, which is connection to the divine reality. So that's why it is called Yatha Tattvam. Here, this also means Hanuman is not going to imagine and say words. He is going to reflect, he is going to close his mind, get into a state of meditation, and then he is going to bring out as it is, as he has seen Lord Ramachandra when he was in that Mahendrapuri or whatever, isn't it? Or even Kishkinda. He is going to narrate from now on. I think we'll take that up in the next class, but it will be sorry if I'm spending more time on this. The whole purpose of Srimad Ramayana is to dwell on this kind of Atma Gunas, okay? Or even the Bahya Swarupam of Lord Ramachandra. The more we dwell on it, that's the thing of Valmiki also. As a great Rishi, he keeps embedding this medicine along with sugar at all points of time. Sweet coated medicine is that we keep thinking about Lord Ramachandra, his form, his divine qualities. So that will melt, bless you, melt our hearts towards him and get us closer to this Dharma Purusha. Okay. So he's going to describe that in the next session onwards from sloka number 6.
One observation.
Yes, Muthu.
நம்ம ஜென்ரலா ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரேஞ்சரை பார்த்தோம்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வில் சே ஐ எம் சோ அண்ட் சோ, ரைட்? தட்ஸ் வாட் வி டு.
எஸ்.
ஆனா இங்க வந்து ஹனுமாரை பார்த்தேன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹி இஸ் டாக்கிங் அபவுட் ராமா, தென் ஹி டாக்ஸ் அபவுட் லக்ஷ்மணா, then he talks about a completely unknown person, Sugriva, then he talks about I am Hanuman, by the way.
Correct.
Right? It's a great way of communicating to a person about introducing yourself, right? Context is important then for the person here. That's the message here.
Yes, he is showing the entire organization hierarchy, starting from CEO to SVP to VP. That is one aspect. The second is his ego is not coming out. I am Sugriva's minister. By the way, Sugriva is friend of Rama, right? Who is a great lord. Abdin Solla. He's not going from bottom to top, but top to bottom. That's a great way to actually, you're right, to display who he is. The one thing I want to add is the distinguishing nature of Ravana is Ahankara. And Sita is doubting that this is perhaps Ravana. So if you start displaying Ahankaram, she will correlate you with Ravana. So that is something Hanuman is carefully, consciously avoiding. Okay, good point.
And if a modern research actually shows that the introduction should come much later than the subject what you need to talk. There's a modern analysis has been done on this. So this has been propagated, I don't know, time immemorial.
Yes, yes. Vishayam Pradhanam rather than the Vyakti, right?
Ada.
And as long as there is a Shakti behind the Vyakti, then this will all be very nice to hear. Yes. Any other thoughts before we conclude?
Like a monkey, can I jump the gun a little bit and ask a question? So Hanuman had Kanayari with him.
Hanuman had what? Sorry?
Kanayari
means what? Sorry, I didn't.
Kanayari comes in the next chapter. That Kanayari, which Ramar.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, got it. Go on. Yeah.
Kanayari, I don't know what. So, but he did not show that. He's only saying that. But it comes much later.
Correct.
I was always wondered why he probably could not have shown that to, introduce us. That is Aadhaar card, right? I mean, could he not have shown that?
Correct. So that is the Kamchodane. What would have happened perhaps is that Sita Mata's entire attention would have completely gone into Lord Ramachandra, and we would not have had this beautiful opportunity of introduction between Hanuman and Sita. So Hanuman also is describing his own nature through all these interactions, isn't it? For us to get that bhakti towards Hanuman, we need to know his greatness. And that greatness is brought about by Hanuman himself, as well as Sita Mata questioning Hanuman. So that's the beauty of Kavi, Valmiki. In fact, last week I was wondering, is there a possibility to have a Kavi like Valmiki? See, he has brought so many characters, and each character is a gem or a jewel. It is very, very difficult to pack such a powerhouse of characters into one particular Kriti. And this Kriti is actually history. It is not a story. This is actually as it happened only. Of course, those gems are there. But for somebody to bring out that this is a gem, okay, this has such and such a carrot, this is such a reflection, look at it. That is the duty of a Kavi. And he has brought this out in such a manner that we can show sentiment to each of these characters. So we would have missed all of that. See, if Hanuman would have just shown like a Vanaram, right? The Rama sent me here, here it is, right? Do you know who I am? I didn't aramchirikalam. That's one way you should have got trust right away. But I think the scene there is that she is in a complete state of shokam or sorrow. And
one more perspective.
Sorry, let me continue my train. One should not give extreme happiness from extreme sadness. That is also not advisable. So what will happen is the person will be completely shattered. Okay. So she is in an extreme sorrow, depression mode. And imagine you show this, I'm treating Sita Mata as an individual here, person. Okay. We let us forget for a moment that she is an Avatara Purusha. Okay. So she can manage shocks and all that is true. But treat her as a human being. So you're going from extreme sadness to extreme happiness. The moment you show the ring, this is coming from Lord Ramachandra Abdine, to get to that state would have perhaps resulted in a bit of a big shock for her. And she will be wondering, who is he showing this? So again, to substantiate all that would have taken a lot more effort. So there's a need to go through this in step-by-step manner. Perhaps that's also the other reason why he didn't show this. I hope that helps, Sai.
Thank you.
Yes, Muthu.
இல்ல. Already Ravana is a Mayavi. Sita Mata is having a doubt that Hanuman might have been, taken the role of Ravana. So எடுத்த உடனே கனையாழியை காமிச்சிருந்தா she will have a doubt, right? This is being just to convince her about
That
that,
is
right?
also possible. Yes.
So he is doing all the other things, create that confidence. On top of it, he is showing a secondary evidence that, look, I have brought this. So
Correct. It's a parampara of evidence that she's giving. Only one thing to note here is the fact that Kanyari is something so close to her. She had the ability to distinguish between a fake Kanyari, which Ravana would have shown, versus a real Kanyari. So she would not have been full. We'll get into that chapter later on. We will see that there is a connection that brings out that. So we'll
So
look take a look.
like we are taking a longer time to understand
I know.
about this conversation. It would not have taken much time for Hanuman and Sita's conversation for them to understand. So there will not be have much time gap even to show the Kanayari to Sita.
Yes, you are right. Correct. And of course, you are right. So there would have been the need for them to figure out that there is a need for sharing who you are initially before showing the asset that Hanuman had brought along with himself. Yeah, you're right.
Not
Yes,
required much time. That is what I mean.
ஜி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இந்த சர்க்கம் பின்னாடி போக போக வருது இல்லையா ஷீ ஸ்டில் சஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் ஹி ஹேஸ் டு கிவ் மெடிக்கல் டெர்மினாலஜி டு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் ஹூ ஹி இஸ்
வருது இன்ஃபேக்ட் அந்த இது எப்படின்னா இது பெண்டுலம். ஓகே, ஒரு பக்கம் ட்ரஸ்ட் நல்ல இட் இஸ் லைக் இட் ஷோஸ் அவர் ஓன் ஜர்னி. ஓகே, டுவர்ட்ஸ் தி சாரி ஐ எம் டேக்கிங் மோர் டைம். Many of you are busy individuals. If you want to leave, you can, but I'm tempted to continue here. Okay. In our path of sadhana, right, there is a yin yang always going on. So we go to one full extreme saying, Appa Nidan, எனக்கு எல்லாம் பார்த்துக்கிறேன், my sharanagati to you. Right. Then next step onwards, we start forgetting him. We'll go towards samsaram, go to the other extreme. Okay. I am the Lord. Okay. I am the overlord. Everybody serve me. Okay. You are not there. There is no God. I am the God. Again, we start getting hit by prakriti, karma, etc. Slowly start going. So this is actually beautifully reflected in all these sargams in Sundara Kandam. That's why it's called Sundara Kandam, isn't it? The beauty is that it shows the individual human dimension of the whole thing, that to get trust is very, very, very difficult. One event alone is not enough. So it has to be embedded. And that's why we take so many janmas maybe, okay, to get to that ultimate state of sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja is not easy. That is the ultimate state, okay, where you realize that you are the overlord and I am nothing and I am one with you. Abdin சொல்ற அந்த state இருக்கே, that comes very, very in a progressive manner. And here also we see that the trust that Sita Mata has, once again she starts to doubt. You are right, Dr. Ravi. She will question some more details and then we will see, okay, yes, indeed, this is Hanuman who knows Ramachandra completely, thoroughly, fully. Imagine there is no cell phone connectivity and all that in those days, right? You have to go by what the other person is speaking, right? Of course, he shows the asset, which is Kanayari, etc. But she has to still get that complete confidence in herself and Hanuman, and then go forward from there. You are right.
ஆக்சுவலி ஸ்பீக்கிங் இட் இஸ் நாங்கெல்லாம் ஃபைனல் இயரில் கேஸ் ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் பண்ணாக்க ஒரு ஹியூமனை எப்படி டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுவோமோ அந்த மாதிரி வரும். ப்ளீஸ் இஃப் யூ ஆர் தோஸ் ஹூ வாண்ட் டு ரீட் பிஃபோர் ஹேண்ட் ப்ளீஸ் டூ, பிகாஸ் ஐ வாஸ் அமேஸ்ட் பை இட். அமேஸ்ட்.
Right. Yes. Okay. Anything else? I'm sorry, I'm just seeing the chat here. Okay. Fine. Let us, if there are no more comments, Lata, you are telling something? You raised your hand by mistake? No.
Elena, and I was really moved by, you know, Sita's emotions. Like, முதல்ல she was ரொம்ப சோகமா இருந்த போது, she அப்போ ஒண்ணுமே தோணல. அப்போ கனையாழி காமிச்சிருந்தாலும் அவளுக்கு தோணி இருக்காது அந்த இது. But then I think as they were conversing and she started listening about ராமாவோட அந்த இதெல்லாம் கேட்கறதே, அப்போதான் லைக் ஜெயந்தி சொன்ன மாதிரி she also remembered லக்ஷ்மணா பத்தி அப்போ. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ப்ராபப்ளி ஒரு நிதானம் வந்தது அந்த சோகத்திலேருந்து கொஞ்சம் யூனோ ஷி வாஸ் ஏபிள் டு ஸ்டெபிலைஸ் தோணிட்டு. அதுக்கப்புறமா ப்ராபப்ளி இப்போ யூனோ ஷீல் பி மோர் கிளியர் ஆஸ் டு திஸ் இஸ் சம்படி ஹூ நோஸ் ராமாங்கிறத புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு அவளுக்கு ஈஸியராக இருந்திருக்கு. Because அந்த சோகம், like, you know, it is, even though it is Sita, like, even to her that sogam brings her down gardu, we are able to understand how Valmiki is portraying.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. So we'll conclude our session here today. Yeah.
Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha Guru Charanambuja Nirbhara Bhaktaha Samsara Chiradbhavamuktaha Guru Charanambuja Krishna Krishna Sendriya Manasa Niyamadevam Rakshasi Nija Hridayastam Devam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhavate.
Thank you, Hiranmai. I think you have done a wonderful effort. I just asked her to set the tune. I didn't guide her. By God's grace, she could get the right meter and recite that small padyam. So may God bless you. Narayana. Kayena vacha manasa indriyairva buddhya atmana va prakrite subhavate karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai Srimannarayana yeti samarpayami sarvam Shri Ramachandra arpanamastu. Have a great day and week ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Namaskaram.
Raghavanji. Thank you. Namaskar.
Dhanyasvana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raghavanji.
Thank
Namaskaram.
you. Namaskaram.
Thank you. Namaskaram.